Okay, I think we're back. I had a little internet snafu. We're going to try this again. Had a little internet snafu. I think we should be up and running now. Give me 1 second. We'll start this all over again. My lovely producer is telling me that we are back and live, so good. I don't know where we cut out, but had a little bit of an internet issue here, so I apologize for that. We're going to start back up here. So anyway, as I was saying, I hope my intro about the Warden's Keep DLC everybody got, but excuse me. Basically, let's do this. We're gonna reset everything, start back up. We're gonna bring the party to Soldier's Peak, and I'll reset everything once we get there. Don't drink a green cup while you're streaming. All right, let's try this again. Here we go.
Indeed.
Yes.
All right, we're going to Soldier's Peak. And we're probably going to get a cutscene at some point here. Or maybe not. Oh, there it is.
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Bannorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar.
Yeah,
How,
we did,
I don't
bitch.
know.
Coming
But
for
they
you.
will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan
Zevran!
Crows send their regards.
An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
And here we are.
All right, here we
Soldier's
are.
Peak. Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels.
She's impressive,
It's
that's
just
for certain.
teeming with history. Can't you feel it? So, I'll follow you about, from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
All right, so now that we're here, I'm gonna kind of recap because we had that weird internet interruption. So I don't know how much of what I was saying before got in and how much didn't. So basically, this DLC goes into the lore behind why there's no Grey Wardens in Ferelden, and why there is no why the people in Ferelden were so willing to believe Loghain and his bullshit lies about the Grey Wardens, betraying the king and all that. So I'm gonna try to do the since I'm not gonna stop to read out loud every piece of lore that we get. what I'm going to try and do is give you all a quick synopsis of what's going back here. So there's a couple things you have to understand. So right now we're on the 5th Blight. So there have been 4 Blights before this. Basically, the way this works is after a Blight, the remaining Darkspawn retreat underground and start digging to find an old god buried beneath the earth, right? Once they find that old god, or the aka Archdemon, then a new Blight begins, and it doesn't end until the Grey Warrens are able to kill that old god, right? After the 4th Blight, the last one before this, so many Darkspawn were killed that a lot of people believed that it was just going to be an end. Like, they thought they'd eradicated all of the Darkspawn. And so, pretty much sentiments were like, okay, we don't need the Grey Wardens anymore. So that was an element, right? Then you've got the king in Ferelden dies. Oop. I'll wait for this cutscene.
Fall back! Fall back already!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the Wardens one chance to die with honor. Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the king's advice then. Starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
What was that? Felt a bit woozy there.
That was, yeah, it was a bit
I'm
weird.
not mad, am I? You saw it too?
I've heard a Norwegian ballad about something like this. A beauty trapped in a dream. In the song, Belisa never wakes up.
Your prissy friend here is making me nervous, Warden. How's this even possible? The place must truly be haunted. The Vale? Demons? Thank Andraste you came, Warden. After you.
Alright, so, like I said, during this time, people are thinking, okay, we don't need the Grey Wardens anymore. Ferelden's king dies, and he's got a contested throne, right? So there's basically 2 people that are in lead for this, all right? This guy, Levi Dryden's ancestor, Sophia, and another dude, right? The other dude's kind of a dick, right? He's just this piece of shit, brutal, you know, conniving little asshat who basically wins the throne through, like, bribery and threats, okay? And because the throne was so contested and because there were a lot of Arls that still liked his ancestor, he basically decided he was going to kill her, right? But rather than kill her, basically they came to an understanding, a compromise. Instead of killing her, he forced her into the Grey Wardens. So he forces her into the Grey Wardens. She kicks ass as a Grey Warden, just like rises through the ranks and becomes Warden Commander in Ferelden. But she's still got like this chip on her shoulder about losing her spot as being the Ferelden's ruler, right? And so she decides, because this king is an asshole who's basically fucking over all of his people, that she's gonna launch a coup, which is like rule number 1 in the Wardens: you don't get political. Wardens are supposed to be there to stop the Darkspawn, nothing else. So she's like breaking rule number 1, right? King gets wind of it and launches an attack. What you just saw, the little cutscene, was basically his army surrounding the fort trying to attack them. And so what you're going to find out throughout this DLC is essentially she loses, and in a last-ditch attempt has one of her mages summon a horde of freaking demons to try and win. Doesn't work. And the king, because he basically declares victory, shuts down the Wardens. Everyone dies because the demons just kill everyone. The king essentially uses it to ruin the name of the Wardens and kick them out of Ferelden. And it works. And so there's basically, because the king won, and you know, the winners write history, the king and most of Ferelden just believe the Wardens are shit kickers that don't freaking deserve to be in Ferelden. The only reason that we've got a single Warden in the game at this point is because the current king, the one that dies at the beginning of this, is kind of cool. Like, he's not like his dad. He wants to make peace with our legions. He wants to bring back the Grey Wardens. Like, he's got aims for the future. And so that guy, he wants the Grey Wardens back. So he allows Duncan to come in and start recruiting, because Duncan's like, hey, we got a new Blight coming. I can sense it. We need to take some action. And so that's essentially why. It's all because of this one event. And the DLC we're about to play through is reclaiming this keep, and we're going to find out most of that. I know that was a lot. As we're going through, if anyone's got any questions, I do know this lore pretty well. So just type it in the comments or the chat. Oop, here we go.
Not let them overwhelm. No quarter will be given.
Watch out!
It shall be done. I shall do it.
Boom, baby. So this is it's a little bit of the former and or a lot of the former and a little of the latter. So this is an EA game, Mike. So you got to remember is they have these codex entries, and so they're just filled. Here, I'll show you. Excuse me. I think codex is it over here? No, those are quests. Where's that codex? I know it's in here somewhere. There it is. So there are selectable items throughout this game where you can pick them up and it'll tell you all kinds of information about everything. Like pretty much every EA game. Like all the BioShock games have this. All of the Dragon Age games have this. So you've got items, magic and religion, culture and history, characters, books and songs, notes, controls, all of this stuff. And so, you know, you get a little bit, most of it comes from the codex. A lot more of it comes from like dialogue with different characters, although like some of them are unreliable, so you kind of have to, you know, use your better judgment with it. And then, you know, for anything I have questions on, what I usually would do is I would just Google it, and you know, Reddit's a great source. A lot of people will go as far as like reading the comics, because I know there's Dragon Age comics, and it goes deeper than just the games. And a lot of people have read stuff that I haven't read, so that's pretty much how. But most of the stuff on this came from me playing through this DLC. This was my favorite DLC when it came out, and like it's one of those things where it's like this is like out of all the games, this is the one part that stuck in my brain.
The men's morale is low. My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander.
There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus. I will remind them that they're wardens. Men, I won't lie to you. The situation is grim. Our forces outnumbered, our bellies empty, and our hearts are sagging. But we are wardens! Darkspawn flee when they hear our horns. Archdemons die when they taste our blades. So are we to bend knee to a mere human despot? No! I, for one, will never give up. I, for one, will never surrender just to dance on Arlen's gallows. So I propose here and now, in these hallowed halls where generations of our brethren stood vigil against darkspawn and evil. That we send a message to that fat bastard. In this sacred place, proud men, strong men stood defiant, and would rather die than submit to tyranny.
So brave, even when starving, and my great-great-grandmother stood with them.
King Arland was
Not
a tyrant?
much is known of King Arland. The War of Succession that followed his death, now that was a piece of work. Lasted nearly a decade, and almost burned Denerim and the palace to the ground. Loads of history was lost, but maybe there's answers to that inside. But I've gabbed enough. Lead on, my friend.
Alright, one thing we do gotta do. Not that one. I think it is this one. Assign that to there. Alright, that's what I needed. Get a note. And so to go into your question a little bit more, Mike, when you pick up notes and stuff like that, it adds information to the codex. So you're going to see notes. You'll see notes from people, like soldiers and stuff in the game, giving you their perspective and thoughts on what happens.
It has begun.
It looks like we leveled up. Sweet.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
All right. Cool.
Begun.
We've done.
The door won't hold, Archivist.
Almost done. The truth must be told.
What does it matter? We're dead.
Our grand rebellion so close. And to die here, a stillbirth.
We never should have done it. Wardens aren't supposed to oppose kings and princes.
Should we stand idly by?
Another one. Rebellion? What's this about a rebellion? If only the book weren't burned.
What? Rebellion is against everything the Wardens stand
But
for.
Sophia must have had her reasons. The Wardens are heroes. Some injustices just can't be ignored.
Perhaps we'll find more answers.
We can
inside.
only hope.
We can indeed. Ultimately, Sophia was like obsessed. Like, you know, I think it was more. I think she convinced herself that she was trying to liberate Ferelden from a tyrant king, which is probably somewhat true, but also because she sought power for herself. So, like most of the decisions and you know, choices you face in this game, they're morally gray. Like there's no real right or wrong. You know, would Sophia have been better if their little coup had succeeded? Not convinced. Loading. There we go.
Make them pay for every inch, men! Hold the flank! Avernus, we need you!
Nelateb Ograsoth Sifan Nit Bepan.
Andraste's blood! What?
More Avernus! Whatever it takes!
Keli E Benfotos Pictos.
Press them! Press them now!
No! I command you, fight the king's men!
So much death, suffering, and oh yes, blood. The veil is torn now. Your soul is mine, Avernus.
Acolytes, retreat now. The battle is lost.
Avernus!
Duh.
Careful! I think they've seen us! We must gain the advantage! The wardens summoned demons. Can't believe it. And my grandmother, she knew.
Wardens don't forbid blood
I
magic.
believed
Anything it
that my
takes to
family
win.
was better than that. But answers may lay up ahead.
Forgot about that. So Winter's Breath is one of the best staves in the game. So if you got a mage in your party, like I do, give it to her. Ah, what do we need? Ah, she needs more magic. Okay. Well, she'll get it eventually.
I shall do.
Yep. And here's the commander.
Step no further, Warden. This one would speak with you.
Who or what are you?
This one is the Dryden, Commander, Sophia. All these things.
Grandmother?
You have slain many of the demon ilk to get here. This one would propose a deal.
Levy, I'm afraid your great-grandmother's possessed.
That or she's really let herself go. My great-great-grandmother is dead. I don't know what that is.
This one has tasted her memories, seen her thoughts and hidden places. But she is food for this one. No more, no less.
That's rough. All right, no, time to kill the demon.
More enemies ahead. Good, another down. There is no glory in oh no,
It's one for me!
Okay, gotta do a little inventory clearing here because she's got one of the better armor sets in the game. It's perfect for our boy Alistair. Let's see here. Let's see here. Did that. Get rid of that. Ah. Alistair needs a buff too, but we're definitely keeping those. Is that? Let's see here. Ooh, Templar armor. Yes, please. There you go. Get rid of that. We can get rid of those. That. That. All right. Now we can start clearing out some space. All right. Now let's get my loot. There we go. Book.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Thank you, lady.
Just like you wanted.
Just like I wanted. Love you, girl.
Do not let them overwhelm us.
I shall. Alright, that's all it is then. Good to go.
This is annoying. Away with you!
I like how the skeleton just randomly got a deep mushroom. Oh, let's see. Can we get Alistair what he needs? Not quite. Wait. Was it 40 strength he needed? Let's see. combat tactics. Oh, he's high enough to start getting some better gear here. This is what I'm talking about. Let's hook him up with that. Much better. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Definitely want to give him that. Alright. Yes! Okay, there we go. Warden Commander gloves. Warden Commander armor. Warden Commander boots. And we'll give him a Templar helm just for now. Get rid of that. Okay, and then... I'm gonna give myself that. Because if I haven't mentioned it, you can actually have 2 weapons setups. So one for a bow, one for a, you know, whatever you wielding, like, you know, sword and shield, what have you. And you can switch them with the start menu. And that actually helps get some stuff out of your inventory as well. Sweet. And the best helmet in the game happens to be in the Stone Prisoner DLC, which we're going to be doing after this.
Do not let them overwhelm us.
It has begun.
Alright, ability notes. Old research of the Mage of Avernus. They detail a series of experiments in terse clinical handwriting.
Day 32. The subject is not responding to the stimuli. Testing the pain threshold has uncovered nothing. Only 3 subjects are left. Day 82. If only I could reproduce last night's extraordinary success. Electricity is only a catalyst. The blood is the key. Day 97. Energy and blood. Repeated applications have duplicated the results. I conjecture that success can be induced alchemically. But there are no more subjects left. If only I had 1 more, or a dozen. The things I could do.
Yeah, and if you haven't got it from just these few things, like, Sophia might have been misguided and, like, you know, not smart. Promises to unlock. Oh yeah, so basically you get special abilities with this. I'm gonna go ahead and drink the vial. I don't really use the abilities. I think they're better if you're a mage, specifically playing as a blood mage, but every class gets them. So, but again, as I was saying, I digress. Avernus is kind of a monster, in case you haven't figured it out. Like, not only is he a blood mage who summoned demons, but he was clearly experimenting on his fellow wardens. Now, when we talk to him, he's going to make up some, forgive the word here, malarkey about why he did it. But I pretty much, like most of my playthroughs,
I hear you. Don't disrupt
I just
my concentration.
end up killing him because he's a terrible excuse for a human being.
Even now, the demons seek to replenish their numbers. Are you to thank for this welcomed but temporary imbalance? Only just. I have only a short time left.
Careful. This man has dabbled in matters forbidden by the Maker. He may look frail, but don't trust him.
So the Maker told you that, did he? Short-sighted men have forbidden my research, not any god. Enough. Why are you here? What is your intent?
I
To
want
what
some
questions,
answers.
I wonder? Ask.
Have you
The
survived?
Chantry foolishly forbids blood magic, but there are so many secrets to uncover. As my body decayed, I found ways to extend it. But that can only go so far.
Tell me about what happened.
What use would storytelling serve? The tyrant Arland is long dead, as is all our noble co-conspirators and the Grand Rebellion. Sophia's corpse may walk and talk, but she, too, is no more.
How was Arlen the tyrant?
He ruled with fear and poison, his treachery pit noble against noble in terrible battle. We thought him a monster. We gathered allies to rebel. But the toll of years has erased our failure, hasn't it? It seemed so pressing then, but the kingdom lives on.
What happened to the rebellion?
Too many mouths to quiet. Even sorcery can only go so far. So we met with Tyrn Kuzland. With him on our side, we had a chance of victory. Instead, the King's Guard ambushed us. Commander Dryden and I barely escaped.
Ah, the Kuzlins, that's right.
Is it?
My family.
You lost many family members that day. I saw the Tyrn's head on the meeting table, with an apple in its mouth. Arlen's butchers, no doubt, slaughtered enough Kuzlans to make them pliable. Perhaps, but it was survival. For months, I prepared the summoning circles, researched the darkest depths of the Fade. That moment was a triumph of demonic law. Dozens of demons, called by my hand. But with so many variables, I suppose, calculation errors were inevitable.
Just a
I was so
calculation error.
close.
That's all it was.
From a
You're to
warden,
blame.
that
Yep.
means something.
Yeah.
So tired, so old. Let me undo my greatest of mistakes. Let me cleanse this place. Then I will accept whatever justice you feel I merit.
Dryden knew of the demons?
She gave the order.
Yeah.
I would have summoned the demons anyway. Only under wardens can true magical research continue. A chance to rediscover the secrets of ancient Tevinter.
You do remember how that ended, right? Black City, Darkspawn?
Chantry lies told to subjugate the mages, to keep them docile.
How do you know the Chantry's
And
wrong?
how do you know they are right? Their faith would have you swallow a great deal for small comfort. So be it. My only request, if justice or vengeance drive you, stay your hand until the demons are dealt with.
Yep, until the
That
demons
will
are dead,
do
we're
for
allies. I'm gonna
We
use
must
you.
go to the Great Hall. There, I will repair the damage I caused so long ago. There will be peril. The demons will fight us every step of the way. Come.
Hold on, you got anything here for me? So you got some arrows.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Ironically, though, we do kind of find out as you progress, spoiler alert, Chantry lore isn't exactly right about, the Black City and how that all happened. So I'm actually honestly hoping that with the Veilguard comes out, we get some more info on how that happened. I'd like to know what actually took place.
We must act quickly. The demons are clawing on the gates. The veil must be closed.
What do
I will unravel the summoning circles I drew so long ago. Waves of spirits and demons may come through. Dispatch them. I will begin. First, I must summon the magical energies. I feel them. They're coming.
All right, here we go.
I should do that. Very well.
Got him.
Desire Demon.
It's over. The veil is strong now. Stronger, at least. I said I'd submit to judgment. And so I shall. Can I be left to experiment in peace?
So this is where you have a choice. So there's two, so I never go with your punishment is live with what you've done. That's bullshit. I'm not going to cast him out of the Wardens. That's dumb. The I won't be your judge is also dumb. I'm absolutely going to judge him. So I always go with two. You either kill him or you make him atone and research ways to help Wardens ethically. Excuse me. Now, I don't know. I don't recall if this ever bears fruit in future games, but I think if you're trying to go on like you're a good guy and it's like justice, this is what the one I go with when I'm on playthroughs where I spoiler. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but there's another choice you have to make that's similar to this, and so I'm going to go with kill him for this one. If I was going to go with the opposite one, I'd do that on the other choice too. So, but when I reach the choice that mirrors this one, I'll point it out to you all. But there is now a little bit of like poetic justice, right? You make him work so that he can help the Wardens when he basically is responsible for like destroying all of his old Wardens. But
you went too far, Avernus. Warden or not, blood magic is forbidden.
So be it.
But at least he takes it like a man, right?
You've done it, Warden. Soldier's Peak is safe again. A good thing you took care of that Avernus. A blood mage. In the Wardens. Common folk should never hear of that. Some still distrust Wardens, even in a blight. Crazy buggers.
Yep.
But there was no proof to redeem my family.
So I always try to be positive with this guy because Levy's just trying to like do right by his family. Pass one over redemption, dude. Try the future instead.
For so long, I was focused on the past, on answers. But I think I would have been better off had I stayed at home. Enough of that, though. I find myself at a loss. You've got a whole fortress now. I suppose I should start plying my trade again.
Soldier's Peak seems like a lonely place.
It is. In time, it might liven up, though. You're gathering an army, after all. A fortress may do some good with that.
Yep. Any chance I could
You know I'm no good in a fight, but I'm a fair trader if I do say so myself. My cousins have been looking for a safe place to store trade goods, and the Peak will do nicely. Whatever the Drydens have to offer are yours, for a sizable discount.
Looks like we're done here. A demonic invasion thwarted, a warden base safely rescued. We do good work.
That we do, Alistair, my boy. Ooh, and I leveled up. Hold on, let's grab some stuff here. I think the robes of Avernus are pretty decent. Let's see, do I get no loot? Jesus. Like the Desire Demon and that was it, huh? Okay. Oh, me first. See, we'll do that. Gotta level that dexterity. I want that dual weapon mastery. That way I can dual wield my swords. The character has learned to carry one attack through to the next, increasing. Okay. Character makes 3 blows against the target, dealing normal damage for the first 2 strikes and generating a critical hit for the final blow. If it connects, the target may also suffer penalties to attack it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll accept those changes. Sweet. All right. Are those better? That's right. He's a blood mage. I forget. No, Wynn's robes are still better. Because Wynn isn't a blood mage. Go with the Libertarian's cowl over the... yeah, I'll go with that. Just for the mana regen. Okay. Now, let's see. Chainmail gloves. Chainmail boots. Beef my guy up a little bit here. And then Alistair. So, as I was saying, notice right now Alistair's Warden Commander gear, which is great gear. I love putting Alistair in it, is Viridium, right? And so, later on in the game, I can come back, put that Warden Commander gear in the chest that's going to be outside, and it'll upgrade to Dragon Bone or Dragon Plate, something like that. So it's a nice, it's definitely good to get this DLC done in the beginning, so you can have this option available to you. Plus, again, I love that armor; it's just great. And if you're playing tanky, on the tanky side, it's great for your player character too. Ooh, it's a skeleton that was holding Elfroot for some reason. Oh, Statement of Defiance. Tyrant, they stood defiant and stood for freedom, and they died. It is signed by the Grey Warden's defenders who were besieged by King Arlen's forces. Cool. All right, so the next one, where is it? Go back to the party camp. Alright, first let's come to Sandal.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments.
Enchantment?
One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed. He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
Enchantment!
There you have it.
Enchantment!
I want some enchanting done. Okay. So, let's see. I think those are Alistair's. Let's give him the electricity damage, fire damage, and the cold damage. And then 1 cold damage there. Cool. Okay. Let's do a quick armor check on everyone. Let's see. Actually, yeah, we can do some leveling up here. So let's beef up our dog. Magic. Stan, we need to get him some gear for sure. And Sten is definitely a two-handed build. If you're gonna build Sten, he's not that great. I don't normally ever use him, but like he's definitely a two-handed wielder. All right, so let's give him the Reaper's Cudgel. Can we put him in? I forgot about my Blood Dragon plate. 38 strength. I might actually give that to Alistair eventually and give myself the Warden Commander armor. Let's try with gifts. Let's see. Gold bar. Nope. Nope. Black Grimoire. I forgot we had that. We got to give that to Morgan and keep her quest going. Let's see. The Rose of Orlais. I think that is a gift for...
Why, thank you so much.
Okay. Let's see here. Morgan, I think, gets the silver chain.
A fine gift.
Yeah, I know. The water-stained portrait goes to Sten.
I am impressed.
Yeah, you are. The Chantry amulet goes to Liliana.
Oh, how dear of you.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you so much.
Shut up, baby. I know it. Beefbone goes to Dog, who already loves me. And then I think the White Runestone goes to Alistair.
Is that for me?
Yep.
Really? Wow. Wow.
And then none of these special feast day gifts go anywhere there. All right. Cool. All right, let's sell some stuff.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
So what's your story exactly?
Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Let's see, why did you leave?
One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
And did you steal them?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tides. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
I see. Isn't that stealing? Better to do something. I'm going to be pragmatic with this.
That's exactly how I see it. The noble woman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Fascinating story.
You're
Thank you.
quite welcome. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
Let's see. Let's see. Let me see your wares, Bodhi.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and
Go
I have
down.
collected, and with your discount.
All right. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Keeping those. All right. Robes of Avernus we can get rid of. Morgan's Rose we can get rid of. That we can get rid of. Put those on dog. Save those. Okay. Now we're going to advance Morgan's story. I completely forgot about that, but let's give her the grimoire. Wait, before I do that, can he fit into anything? Nope. Needs more strength. Okay. Yep. All right, here we go.
What?
Nothing big, just advancing
You
Morgan's
found
story.
Flemeth's grimoire?
I did.
Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable.
You weren't
But I had
there.
yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
What do you hope to find within it?
Secrets. My mother has many of them, and this tome represents the one time that they were able to get away from her. I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Plus 8? I thought I gained more than that. I guess it's because I'm close to like maxing her out. Alright. Let's do some conversational stuff.
Something on your mind?
You want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
I just thought you might need to talk.
I should have handled it better. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything. I'm sorry.
No harm done. There's no need to apologize. Let's see.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
What about the other
I
ones?
don't know. I have no idea what the Grey Wardens do for them when they fall in battle. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
I lost
yes,
enough to know what you're going through.
Imagine you really have, haven't you? Thank you. It was good to talk about this with a friend. It means a lot to me.
Maybe I'll go to Highover with you when you go.
I'd like that. So would he, I think.
There we go. Plus 3 from him. Got the mages there.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
And Lawrence Lands. Is it there? Or is it Sulcher's Pass? It's one of these. I can't remember which. I'm going to take a guess. We're about to get jumped. This is where Severin joins our party. Very
Thank the
good.
Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Oh no, it's a trap. Please don't. No. No, he doesn't.
Enemies
Wow,
approaching.
Always attracting danger.
There is no glory in bloodshed.
I tried to be merciful.
Ouch.
Right ahead. Here!
Oh, we got more guys over there.
I'm ready.
Defend yourself!
Good job, Alistair. Let's get Liliana in there. Oh, no, Oh, they got him. All right. This is where we get Zevran in the party. So you can kill him and lose out on him, but he's actually one of the funnier companions to have. He hits on anything, doesn't matter, boy, girl, whatever. You can romance him, and it's a lot of fun to do it. I'm not doing it on this playthrough because we're going with Morgan, but still.
Oh, what? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
I have some questions.
Ah, so I am to be interrogated. Let me save you some time. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
Let's see. Who hired you to
A
kill us?
rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logain, I think his name was. Yes, that's it. I have no idea what his issues are with you. The usual, I imagine. You threaten his power, yes? Beyond that, no, I am not loyal to him. I was contracted to perform a service.
Now that you failed that
Oh, well,
service?
that's between Logain and the Crows, and between the Crows and myself.
And between you and
Isn't
me.
that what we're establishing now?
When were you to see him next?
I wasn't. If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the Crows would have informed your Logain of the results, if he didn't already know. If I had failed, I would be dead, or I should be, at least as far as the Crows are concerned. No need to see Logain then.
How much were you paid?
I wasn't paid anything. The Crows, however, were paid quite handsomely, or so I understand. Which does make me about as poor as a Chantry mouse, come to think of it. Being an Antivan Crow isn't for the ambitious, to be perfectly honest.
Then why are you?
Well, aside from a distinct lack of ambition, I suppose it's because I wasn't given much of a choice. The Crows bought me young. I was a bargain, too, or so I'm led to believe. But don't let my sad story influence you. The Crows aren't so bad. They keep one well supplied. Wine, women, men, whatever you happen to fancy. Though the whole severance package is garbage, let me tell you. If you're considering joining, I'd really think twice about it.
Why are you telling me all
Why
this?
not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely. Consider it something I'm throwing in for free. As it is, if you're done with the interrogation, I have a proposal for you, if you're of a mind.
I'm listening.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the Crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the Crows pause, so let me serve you instead. I happen to be a very loyal person, up until the point where someone expects me to die for failing. That's not a fault, really, is it? I mean, unless you're the sort who would do the same thing, in which case I don't come very well recommended, I suppose.
And what's to stop you from finishing the job later?
To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the Crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you.
Won't they come after
Possibly.
you?
I happen to know their wily ways, however. I can protect myself as well as you. Not that you seem to need much help. And if not, well, it's not as if I had many alternatives to start with, is it?
What do you want in return?
Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair?
Very well, I accept
What?
your offer.
You're taking the assassin with us now? Does that really
Yeah.
seem like a good idea?
Don't worry about it. We could use him.
All right. I see your point.
Damn right
Still,
you
if
do.
there was a sign we were desperate, I think it just knocked on the door and said hello.
Dude, we are
Welcome,
desperate.
Zevran. Having an Antivan Crow join us sounds like a fine plan.
Oh, you are another companion to be, then? I wasn't aware such loveliness existed amongst adventurers, surely.
Or maybe not.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Accepted. But I'm not using you. Not for this run. Alright. Get all the loot. Oh, look at that. The traps disappeared. Give me that death root. And let's get the hell out of here. I was right. This is the area I wanted. You are surprised to recognize the uniform of King Kaelin's honor guard. A memory comes to you. You fought alongside this man at Ostagar. Join the fray! Oh, you dicks.
We must not exhaust our supplies. As you say.
Something on your mind?
No, I wasn't trying to talk to you. There we go. Elric. That's who we want. Up close, the man's face is unmistakable. You remember him as Elric Maragain, a member of Kaelin's honor guard at Ostagar and a close confidant of the king.
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man. You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went.
Yep.
For me, it was either this, or die in some darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter.
I dare say most people think the same of you and me, if not worse.
I fled the battlefield when Loghain betrayed us. I abandoned my men, and they died. And Kaelin with them. He was my king, my friend, maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar.
It's not your fault they died.
I know. Even had Loghain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Kaelin, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostagar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the Wardens.
Oh, no, this is the Return to Ostagar DLC. You still have the key.
The Maker has a sense of humor, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
But you said Kaelin entrusted it to you.
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, It's probably still there. The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? Call me sentimental, but I left behind some dark spawn that really deserve a sword through the middle.
The events at Ostagar still haunt my thoughts, Warden. If that is where we are headed, I would like to accompany you.
It is vital that the King's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the King's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Kaelin's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
Alright. Been leveled up. You've got the power. Let's see. I can't do any more healing for her. Let's give her, because I'm going to give her Winter's Grasp. I'm going to give her the staff. So let's see. Oh, my voice sounds robotic. Huh. Well, let's try this real quick. Let me know if that sounds better. Because I don't know why it would be sounding robotic. That's weird. Has it been like that the whole stream? Okay. That's weird. Did it just start happening right now? There we go. Winter's Breath. That's what we wanted. Oh, my microphone audio is out. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Testing, testing. Yeah, everything looks good on my side. Not sure what... Oh, there we go. Okay, so... that was weird, but alright. I guess we got it figured out. Oh, alright. Well, thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. Those on you. I'm glad we got it worked out. Teamwork makes the dream work. All right. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm good now. We're good. You're good. Everybody's good. Life is beautiful. Let's fucking go. So, I was wrong. This was actually the intro to Return to Ostagar, which is now open here. So what I wanted to do is go to Sulcher's Pass, which is right here. And it looks like we're going to get another little encounter on the way. Yeah. Yep, there it is.
Ah, a fellow traveler of the fair lands. Are you a seeker, perchance? My packs are light, but I have a tome of strange origin. The Deus V Eternus, rumored to be the last message to a sinful world from the Maker himself.
Did you sell a few copies in the Circle Tower?
I have no idea what you're talking about, and neither do these large men carrying swords. Get them!
Aha.
Enemies approaching.
That was cute. Mark's been carrying, so we are, dude.
He's begun.
mage. Here, major. Where'd he go? Oh, somebody else got him. That did not work out the way I'd planned, but alright. Give me that death root. Elfroot, and Felix.
You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people travelling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
Part of your problem?
Well, yes. Oh, it's been quite the month. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur at your service.
French name with an American accent. You gotta love it. Well, English accent, rather. I'm Lucy.
I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you'd consider helping a fellow out?
Help a fellow out? How?
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could?
Let's see, what's the catch?
The catch? Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is that the golem didn't come with the rod. It's supposed to be down in a village down south, waiting to be activated. Even if I could get down there, which I can't, I understand the place has been overrun by darkspawn. That's not such an issue for adventurous types like yourself, surely? Or I'm hoping that's so, at least.
How do I know
the
this
fellow I
will
brought
work?
it from is a long-standing contact. He didn't want to come to Ferelden, however, with all our troubles.
Yeah.
He said he got it from the man who owned this golem. But to be honest, I have no idea if it will work. Hence the low price. What do you say?
How much do you want?
Nothing. I just don't want to have to lug around something that might be taken for a gemstone by some bandit. To be honest, I don't even know if it'll be useful to you. I paid too much to simply throw it away.
Yes, I think I could use it.
Just as well. As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honleith. I'll mark it here on your map. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works. Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
Alright, so we got some delays. Now we're gonna go get Shale. Oh, wrong way. Alright, now we're going down to Honolith. That's what we wanted. So probably not going to have time to do Return to Ostagar this week. Jesus, another one. Tonight, but we will pick up next week doing Return to Ostagar. Adventure leader, what's up?
Rough travels out here, eh? We even saw Darkspawn on the way in.
Darkspawn,
Right,
you'd say.
Darkspawn. We killed a whole band of them on the way up from Lothering. We're delivering a message to the Chantry in Denerim. You?
A message about?
We saw a blood mage down near the Brazilian forest. We're off to tell the Chantry about him.
I'm here to stop you.
I thought you said... Wait, you're serious?
Persuade, why not let us deliver your message?
I suppose that's all right. As long as it gets there. Stay safe.
All right.
It shall be done.
That's on, straight ahead.
Okay.
Impossible.
So we need a key. I know that key's around here somewhere. I think that chest has Olaf's knife, which, if I remember correctly, is one of the best knives in the game. So I'll use that until I can dual wield the swords. But I gotta remember where to get the damn cheese grater from. Cheese knife from. Or the key for the cheese knife, that is. Alright. Alright. Loot, loot, loot. Looty, loot, loot. I love gold. Ah. Was that the key I needed? Check out everything over here. Up. Basket of birdseed. It's almost empty. Most of the birdseed seems to have been someday.
This is a golem, I believe. Damaged, perhaps beyond repair. There may be a way to reactivate it, though that is not necessarily wise.
Dulafgar! Alright. Come over here. Alright. Gotta get these strange crystal clusters, because that's where...
I could do that.
That's pretty much how you get your armor and weapons for Shale. Oh gee, Herlock. I wonder what's in here.
allow me. I could do that for you.
There's a Hurlock trapped in there somewhere. Okay. Oh, this is what I need to do. I got a new combat ability, Punisher. So let's map that right there. Gonna need that, because remember, any gift that's basically alcohol, aside from the wine, is gonna go to a follower we get in
It has begun.
Boom, baby.
Something I can help? Next to nothing, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Perhaps there is little to know about this space, or...
Yeah, we'll get to you people in a bit. Let's just clear out the space here. Decades old letter. Dead Darkspawn. Okay.
By the Maker, we're saved!
You weren't sent by the ban, were you? To save us?
I doubt anyone thought you were still alive.
I suppose I should be grateful that someone came at all, then. Thank you. But if you weren't sent by someone, why are you here? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm looking for whoever owned the statue outside.
The statue outside? Why would... Oh, I think I see. You bought the control rod, didn't you? You came here looking for Shale. That damnable golem brought us nothing but trouble. My mother sold the rod years ago after it killed my father, and good riddance!
Excuse me. Killed your father? What do you mean?
My father's name was Wilhelm, mage to the Arls of Redcliffe and a hero in the war against Orlais, and what did he get? One day, my mother found him outside the tower, with so many broken bones she could barely recognize him, and Shale standing over him just like it is now. My father deserved better than that. But if you really want to wake Shale up, well, it's yours now.
So the rod doesn't work, nothing happens.
My mother might have passed along the wrong command phrase when she sold the rod. She said she never wanted to see Shale active again. Look, I'll tell you the command phrase, but I'll need your help first. I know you already saved my life, and I'm grateful, but my daughter is inside the laboratory. She was afraid and ran too far in before I could stop her. I don't know how she made it past my father's defenses. One of the men tried to go after her. He was killed, but you could find her, couldn't you?
Oh, man. Still not quite over what I was sick with on Tuesday, so coughing up a storm here. Let's see. I'll see if I can find her.
You will? Thank the Maker! My father's laboratory is just past the next area, I think. She has to be there.
Yeah, that's not ominous at all, is it?
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Wait a minute. I think this is this is one of the best rings in the game. Firepower. There we go. Forgot about that. Forgot about that.
What do you mean you've never climbed a tree? Oh look, someone's come to play. You have come to play, haven't you? We're playing a guessing game. It's better with more people. Kitty and me, of course. You don't see anyone else here, do you? Anyway, you should go if you're not going to play. Kitty finds you distracting.
Cat finds me
Kitty's
distracting.
clever. She says you want to take me back to my father, but I'm not going. She would be lonely.
You are so kind, Amalia. I would miss you dearly if you left.
Desire demon. That's not really a cat, is it?
Of course she's a cat. She just talks, that's all.
Talking is simple enough, once you know how.
I think talking to this creature is safe,
Oh,
Amalia.
bug whistles. You're just no fun. I'm going to ignore you now.
Nothing you say will convince Amalia to go with you. She loves only me now. I am her friend, while you are just a stranger.
So there's a couple options you have here. I'm gonna go with the one where I try to save the girl because we're playing that kind of playthrough. But you can basically attack the cat, which will then make it possess the girl. You can convince the cat to leave the girl and then send the dad in to get possessed. There's a whole bunch of things you can do.
It seems we are at an impasse, so let me propose a compromise of sorts. Release me, mortal, and let me have the girl. Let us return to her father and leave this place forever. That's such a crude way of putting it. I do not wish to harm Amalia. I merely want to see your world through her eyes. Is that so wrong?
Yeah. So I think we can say convince her we're going to allow.
Thank you. You are very gracious. The mage's wards hold me within this chamber, and only a mortal may approach them. There is a trick to disarming the wards, but I do not know it. Perhaps you will succeed where the girl failed.
Oh, this is so exciting! Kitty is going to be free! I've always wanted a cat, and Kitty is so perfect and pretty.
Okay. If I remember right, we gotta move these around so that the fire gets from there to over here. Let's see.
I like it when Kitty sings to me.
I think right now we can do this. Move that. Move that. Move that. Move that. Move that.
Father doesn't like cats, but he never met Kitty.
Wait a minute. Move that back. Move you there. I hate these puzzles. This is what you get for trying to be the nice route.
Kitty says Grandpa Wilhelm locked her up in this room. Isn't that awful?
Let's see here. None of those work. Let's see.
Kitty is my best friend.
Let's see. Whoop. What?
Something I can help with?
Nothing, never mind.
I was thinking about the sun, silly.
Okay.
Tell me a story.
Think I might be close. Nope.
Oh, it's a flower. Is it a daffodil? I like daffodils.
Let's see.
Kitty says Grandpa Wilhelm locked her up in this room. Isn't that awful?
Not if she was a demon kid. Not awful. I think I got it. Yep.
Yes. I can feel the magic fading. Oh, I had forgotten how it feels not to be caged.
Kitty? What's happening?
A wonderful thing, my dear, for both of us.
I said I'd free you, didn't say I'd let you live. Keep your hands off
Betrayal!
the girl, demon.
You will not take the girl. She is mine.
Kitty! You're scaring me! I won't let you inside me! I won't!
Ass and titties. Ass and titties. Ass, titties, titties.
It has begun.
By the Maker!
There's the helm, which one of the best helms in the game, as I've said. Let's do a quick level up. I'll take the helm, thank you. Are those an upgrade? Nope, those are not. Are those an upgrade? Nope, they're not. Okay.
It shall be done.
We have done well!
It is begun.
did it! You freed her! Thank you so much!
I'm sorry I ran away, Daddy. I was so scared.
It's all right, Butterfly. You're safe now. All the bad creatures are gone. The phrase to activate Shale is Dulan Han, if you still want that bloody thing. I wouldn't if I were you. Now we should go, and quickly. Thank you again. We owe you our lives.
All right. Time to get a new follower. Dulanharn.
I knew that the day would come when someone would find the control rod. And not even a mage this time. Probably stumbled across the rod by accident, I suppose. Typical.
Hello to you too.
I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, oh, I have no idea how long. Many, many years.
Oh, you poor dear. That would be really, really boring.
And the villagers had no idea they were being watched. Creepy.
I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead?
Not all of them, no.
Some got away, then. How unfortunate.
Let's see. You have a name?
Perhaps. I may have forgotten after all the years of being called Gollum. Gollum, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Gollum and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Gollum, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must.
Yes, it certainly does, right in its hand.
I see the control rod, yet I feel... Go on, order me to do something.
All right. Walk over there.
And, nothing. I feel nothing. I feel no compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is... broken?
Shouldn't you be happy about that?
I suppose if I can't be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply... what should I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss. What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me?
I can think of many uses. Let's see. For personal goal.
May I ask what sorts of things it gets up to for which I could be so potentially useful?
I'm a Grey Warden in need of aid against the Blight.
It refers to the Darkspawn, the very creatures that destroyed this village. The Darkspawn are an evil that must be destroyed, it's true, though not as evil as the birds. Damnable feathered fiends. I suppose I have two options, do I not? Go with it or go elsewhere? I do not even know what lies beyond this village.
You're welcome to come with me.
Are you certain you want to bring that thing with us? It could be dangerous and large.
Think of it as a portable battering ram.
Good point. Better it than me, anyhow.
I will follow it about then. For now. I am called Shale, by the way.
I am Lucian. Pleased to meet you.
This should be interesting.
Yes, it should. All right. And that's how we do that. For those of you that might not know, the only thing Shale hates more than humans is birds. That's right. And I'll let you stew on that. Just keep in mind, Shale, for a very, very long time, is a stone statue that was completely unable to move, sitting in a courtyard next to a basket of birdseed. I'll let your imagination go off on why she might not be fond of birds. There it is, Olaf's prize cheese knife.
What now?
Best blade in the game, I think, if I remember correctly. I need to increase my dexterity to get that. Oh, wait, no, that's Alistair. I do not need to increase my dexterity to get that. There we go. Alright. That's the first part of Shale. Like, we've got some more stuff to do with her. She's got her own personal quest that ties heavily into what we're going to do in the Dwarven City. But that pretty much, that's the initial part of her DLC, is getting her into your party. So we got that done. As I suspected, we don't have enough time to go through the Return to Orzammar DLC, but I'll do that next week, and then that's relatively quick. So after we do that, we'll back on the main quest, and we'll go to Redcliffe. So for those of you that don't remember, there's essentially what we're doing right now.
I
is
have
we're
been
going to
studying
different-
Mother's grimoire. Do you wish to hear what I have found?
We're going to different factions and trying to get people to sign up for the armies, or for this army against the Darkspawn. So we already got the mages locked in. Next, we're going to go to the Arl of Redcliffe. He's the one guy that's standing against Terran Loghain. Then we're going to do the elves and then the dwarves. Yes. What did you find?
'Tis not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands. But this is not it.
Yet you look disturbed.
Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word. One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here, in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries.
A spell of
Oh,
immortality?
if only 'twere so.
Only
Flemeth
'twere
has
so.
raised many daughters over her long lifetime. There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend, yet I have never seen a one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth. When her body becomes old and wizened, she raises a daughter, and when the time is right, she takes her daughter's body for her own.
Why
I
she
do
was
not
scared
know.
of you with me?
Perhaps 'tis as she said. The Darkspawn threaten her as much as they threaten anyone else. Or perhaps she believes that this journey will make me more powerful. According to the tome, if the host is already powerful and trained in magic, it takes far less time for Flemeth to settle in.
So if you died, she would have another daughter?
Not by any natural means. Perhaps I should take this as a vote of confidence from her on my capabilities. Or perhaps she simply wished me gone from the Korcari wilds so she could prepare her ritual in peace. A disturbing thought.
So are you certain about
Indeed.
this?
That is primarily what this tome details. The various daughters that Flemeth has acquired, their preparation and training. I recognize all of it. I am to be her next host. This is my purpose.
So what do you intend to do
There is
about it?
only one possible response to this. Flemeth needs to die. I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must be slain, and I need your help to do it.
Let's see. Very well, I'll help you if I can.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Korcari wilds without me. If I am present when she is slain, I cannot be certain that she will not be able to possess my body right then, so I must remain at the camp. Confront her and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible. The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours.
Cool.
Not really,
on this?
but the sooner the better, no?
I'll see what I can do.
I am grateful. The sooner this can be done, the sooner it will set my mind at ease.
Cool. And then I guess next week we're also going to do Morgan's quest. So I think we'll do the Return to Ostagar DLC. We'll go after Flemeth, and then we'll start up on the main quest again. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight. Thank you everyone for joining me. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad I'm feeling better. Remember, Tuesday next week, we're going to be back into Skyrim. I have a few more mods that I'm going to be that I've downloaded since last time we were playing. We're getting closer to that 500 mod mark, so join us there if you're into that. And then next Thursday, we'll be picking it right back up here, like I just said, with the Dragon Age Origins. Thank you, everyone. Until next time, Wolfman is out.